Liam sat in his small apartment, staring at a blank canvas. His brushes lay untouched beside him. The colors seemed dull, lifeless, meaningless. It had been 6 months since his last painting. 6 months since anyone cared for his art. Rejection letters piled high on his desk. Galleries said no, not original enough. Curators said not what people want. Friends stopped calling. Family stopped asking. The world felt silent. He felt invisible. Liam whispered, "Maybe I'm not meant for this." A bitter thought lingered. Give up. He closed his eyes, hoping the pain would fade. But memories filled the darkness. Memories of his mother's words. "In your darkest moments, remember this truth." He heard her gentle voice. You were born to create beauty. She had always believed in him. Even when he didn't, Liam stood pacing his room. Could those words still matter? Could they pull him from this pit? He glanced at an old photograph. His mother's smiling face beamed at him. "You are not your failures," she'd said. "You are your courage to try again." Liam wiped his eyes. Courage. Where was his courage now? Battered. Buried, but not gone. He sat before the canvas again. He picked up a brush with trembling hands. No plan. No perfection, just feeling. One stroke, then another. Colors poured from his soul. Rage, hope, sorrow, joy. Each emotion shaped the canvas. Hours slipped by unnoticed. The world outside didn't matter. Only the truth did. He was made to create. For no one else but himself. His heart began to heal. The painting grew wild, bold, like a storm clearing into light. Liam smiled for the first time in months. The doorbell rang suddenly. He frowned. Who could it be? He opened the door. A stranger stood holding an envelope. "Liam Gray?" the man asked. Liam nodded hesitantly. "I'm from the Willow Gallery." Liam's heart skipped. "We received some of your earlier works," Liam sighed, expecting rejection again. "And we want to feature you in our emerging artists exhibit." Liam gasped. "What? Are you serious?" The man smiled, completely. "Your pieces have something rare, raw truth." Liam could hardly breathe. "Will you accept?" Tears filled his eyes. Yes, of course." The man handed him the invitation. "We believe your next piece could define the show." The door closed. Liam turned to his canvas. He stared at the unfinished painting. This was the piece they needed, the one born from darkness, from fear, from doubt, but also from truth. The truth his mother gave him. You were born to create beauty. He smiled gently. "Thank you, Mom," he whispered. The next day he woke with purpose. The sun streamed through the window. Birds sang softly outside. Life felt different, hopeful. Liam worked tirelessly for weeks. Stroke by stroke, he built his masterpiece. When frustration came, he pushed on. When doubt crept in, he remembered. In your darkest moments, remember this truth. The truth that made him stand again. The truth that gave him breath. Finally, the painting was complete. He stepped back to admire it. The canvas pulsed with life. Reds like passion, blues like sadness, gold like hope. A face emerged in the center. His mother's smile. It was perfect. Opening night arrived. Liam dressed carefully, nerves fluttering. The gallery buzzed with excitement. Critics, collectors, strangers gathered. All eyes fell on his work. Whispers filled the air. Who is this artist? Such raw emotion. A story in every stroke. The gallery owner approached. "Mr. Gray, you've captured hearts tonight." Liam smiled humbly. "It's not just art, it's truth." A woman stepped forward. "Your painting, it saved me." Liam blinked, surprised. "I was ready to give up, but your work reminded me. There's beauty even in pain." She squeezed his hand gently. "Thank you for not quitting." Liam felt tears prick his eyes. His mother had been right. The truth mattered, even in darkness, especially in darkness. Reporters snapped photos. Collectors made offers. But Liam cared only for one thing. The quiet joy inside, the flame rekindled. the purpose restored. As the night wore on, he stood tall. Proud, grateful, alive, he found his courage and his calling. Not fame, not money, but truth. The truth that whispered, "You are more than your failures. You are your courage to rise again." Weeks later, letters poured in. Fans wrote of how his art touched them, inspired them, saved them. Liam read each one with awe. His darkness had become their light. His pain had become their hope. He felt whole at last. The past's weight lifted. The future brightened. On his wall hung a small plaque. Engraved were his mother's words, "In your darkest moments, remember this truth." Liam smiled every time he read it. Because he had lived that truth and survived, he continued to paint, not for galleries, not for fame, but for truth, for souls searching in the dark, for himself. Years passed. Liam became known worldwide. Yet, he stayed humble, always remembering the struggle, the tears, the fear, the night he almost quit. The moment the truth saved him, one rainy evening, a young boy knocked on his door. "Mr. Gray, I want to be an artist." Liam knelt, smiled kindly. "Then you must remember something very important." The boy's eyes widened. "What, sir?" Liam gently said. "In your darkest moments, remember this truth. You were born to create beauty." The boy beamed. Liam gave him a small brush. "Start with this. Paint your truth." As the boy left, Liam sighed happily. The circle had begun anew, from darkness to light, from fear to strength. Liam returned to his studio. A blank canvas awaited, but he no longer feared it. He welcomed its silence, knowing it held promise, hope, truth. And as his brush touched the surface, the darkness whispered no more. Only light remained. Only courage remained. Only purpose remained, because Liam knew the truth, and he lived by it, always, forever. In your darkest moments, remember this truth: you are stronger than you think.